Yeah, I think for me, the one that really set it off, John, was the explosive play that went outside the pocket from Jayden to Terry. Early in the season, on that play, we might have seen Jayden use his legs, and he certainly did on other plays in this game. But on that one in particular, that's the marker to me, was the one that really set it off.
And he's just got all the answers. He really does. He's smart with the football. He's accurate with the football. He doesn't do dumb things as far as just chucking it up or throwing it into coverage. You blitz him and you don't take the right angle, he runs around the edge for 30. You blitz him and you play one-on-one, he throws a bomb down the field and puts it right on the money.
Welcome on in, Washington Commanders fans. We have a beautiful video for you guys today. So many great things throughout this game, but the first thing and the only thing that really matters, honestly, is that quarterback position being held by rookie sensation Jayden Daniels, who beat the Cleveland Browns 34-13. Mr. Jayden Daniels went 14-25, 238 yards, a touchdown, an unfortunate interception, 3 sacks. Okay, guys, that offensive line, we got to tighten things up a little bit, but that's not too bad. And then Jayden Daniels also decided, hey, since I'm a rookie, since I'm a superstar, I won the Heisman, I'm great, I'm the man in Washington, I guess I will also lead in rushing as well. 11 carries, 82 yards, breaking a big one for 34. But I guess for me, this offense, the best way I can describe it, it doesn't have a shape yet. And you guys remember the Bruce Lee quote of being able to form like water? That's just what Jayden Daniels kind of reminds me of. Just that attitude of like, we can win so many different ways. We can win with my arm. We can win with the run game. We can win with my legs as well. But at the end of the day, him being able to transition and move and figure out a way to make things happen, make things work. And also the beauty that I guess probably won't get spun within the news too much. This defense came to play, guys. I mean, this defense for you guys came to play. Deshaun Watson had a bad day. 125 yards, that is it. And then 7 sacks that accumulated for about 33 yards. And who were these sack geniuses? Frankie Louvu with 2.5, Bobby Wags with 1.5. And people were trashing Bobby Wagner. A lot of people were talking trash about him being an older linebacker, how things weren't going to work out in Washington because of his age. And he's just proving anyone and everyone wrong to be stupid. Jonathan Allen with another sack. Dorrance Armstrong and Dante Fowler Jr. all contributing in this performance on Sunday to really start. What a wonderful season to start 4-1 with a rookie. Guys, this is big time, and we're seeing some beautiful things with head coach Dan Quinn being able to change this defense and turn it into a force to be reckoned with. And that is just his beautiful style, what he brought in from Dallas in his former years coaching in Atlanta to bring that ferocious attitude of defense. So everything is beautiful in that regard. As I'm actually sitting here and thinking about it, there are a few more people that I want to talk about. In the offseason, we were all going back and forth on all the arrivals and the rookie pieces that you guys brought in. Quan Martin, who wasn't a rookie, but is a young player that's part of the growth of this defense, made really big plays. Mr. Mike Sanderstill, who we talked about during the draft process, has been doing great things and has not bored anyone with his talent. And then Jeremy Chin, another guy that's coming in from another organization in Carolina, for him to do the things that he has done. It's just great to see. Absolutely great and fantastic to see this defense really taking the identity that Dan Quinn has brought upon them. To further talk about our star quarterback and Mr. Jayden Daniels, there's some things that I got to get off my chest. And when I see this kid play, when I see this kid perform, there's some things that I have notes here right in front of me that I need to go over. One thing that I have note of is, you guys remember, I know you do, but that 66-yard completion to Mr. Terry McLaurin, Scary Terry is what the world calls him. He should have been sacked. You look at that play, Jayden Daniels should not have escaped. How many quarterbacks see that free rusher that had no one pick him up and it was a late blitz? How many quarterbacks just freak out and just throw an interception or just get rid of the ball or just duck and hide and try to cover himself? A lot of quarterbacks are going to do that in the NFL. What Mr. Jayden Daniels decided to do was use his legs, use his gift, break the pocket, turn around, give a little stiff arm, and then find Scary Terry for that big completion. And like I said, guys, the beauty of him taking this quote unquote Bruce Lee approach of having no form is that he is going to be able to win for you guys in so many different ways. You guys won't even understand all the things that need to happen for him to be successful and make these creative plays. And another thing that I kind of see, and it kind of goes along with that Jayden Daniels play, is that he's cool, dude. He's cool, calm, and collected under pressure. And I guess a lot of people, and I have a buddy of mine, his name is Robert, he was telling me all the way from Monday to Sunday that Jayden Daniels is not the guy. Jayden Daniels is too skinny to be an NFL quarterback. And he was going on with Drake May this whole time. Drake May is QB1, Drake May this, Drake May that. And Drake May, I don't even know if he's played this year yet. And so, once again, Jayden Daniels is showing that all this pressure of being a franchise quarterback. I mean, he has pressures now that are being created in real time of him having to win. You guys tell me. Does he still have this like rookie mistakes thing to him where like, can he play bad? Can he have like really bad games and you guys not come for his head and you guys don't say, hey, what's going on? What's this? And it's like, he has very few jittery moments. It doesn't seem like even when the good plays happen, he's happy, he's excited, but he's really thinking about the next play. He's really thinking about how can I span this out to have more and more successes. And yes, he did have a couple of errors, and once again, like I said, with his athleticism, with his speed, with the simple fact that any and all defenders that are rushing towards him, they have no idea what's to come next. His escapability and his instincts, his awareness in the pocket, it's all beautifully meshing together. And there's a reporter, I don't know if you guys know him, his name is Nick Wright. He is also a guy coming out of the draft processes that he was just trashing Jayden Daniels simply because of his size. He said, my quarterbacks, I like them bigger. He's too skinny. He's too slim. This kid is figuring it out. Of course, in a couple of years, he'll get that grown man strength body up and tidy. But right now, he's not a one-trick pony. He's not just running. He's not a running quarterback. That's another thing I've been hearing. He's not a running quarterback. He is a passing, legitimate passer of the ball that has the outrageous ability to take off whenever he wants to. And so that's a lot of goodness happening with your quarterback. And I'm doing my best. I'm doing my hardest to not draw any RG3 comparisons. If you ask me, Jayden Daniels just seems to have a little bit more of a tough streak to him. Jayden Daniels just seems that, yeah, he has the nice jewelry, he has the nice teeth, everything's flashy, but at the end of the day, it seems like with this kid, it's all ball all the time. And so another thing to go along with his amazing athleticism, his amazing gifts, his amazing poise under pressure, is that he always just seems like he's in complete control. So I don't know if that's from Dan Quinn, I don't know if that's from y'all's GM, the owner, whatever. For him to feel comfortable, it has to be a litany of things. And one thing that I'm pretty sure they're not going to talk about in the news, it is those guys that we talked about earlier. It is the simple fact that Frankie Louvu, a veteran linebacker that came into the building for the first time. It is about Bobby Wagner, another veteran linebacker that came new into the building. Same thing with Austin Eckler at running back, just giving more veteran leadership around him and giving him the ability to mess up when he wants. And I also remember during the training camp days, Jonathan Allen talking about how this kid beats him to the gym and stays after when he leaves. And so all in that is just so good. Just great news for you guys in that regard. Washington Commanders are sitting pretty first in the NFC East, guys. And you guys do have a very, very tough matchup at Baltimore. But I promise you guys this, you're more than capable of getting the job done, completed, signed, sealed, and delivered. I want to know, what are your emotions from week 1 to week 5? Where are you at with this team? Are you looking at playoffs? Are you looking at a run in the playoffs? Is anybody looking at a Super Bowl? I need to know. It seems as if, to me, from everything that I've seen, Jayden Daniels just keeps his pace, keeps winning, keeps doing great things. He's got that Rookie of the Year trophy already locked up in his room as of now. So just doing big things in that regard. It's just beautiful to see. But I am actually curious, what is the standard now? What's the floor? Is it just to get 9 wins? Is it just to get 10 wins? Or is it about winning the division? Is it about going to the playoffs and making a legit run? I just need to know, because this defense is ready for playoffs, right? The way they're flying around, the way they're making these game tackles, the way they're getting to the quarterback, this is defensive, like playoff type of energy. And this offense, like I said, and I don't make these comparisons very often, but it does not have a form. And I think for a lot of teams, that's a negative. That's a bad thing. But I think this team is just so new, so fresh, to where they need to figure out, okay, we don't really have a form or a shape because our quarterback is so dynamic, but we're going to operate with this until someone forces us to pick a direction. Someone forces us to, okay, we're going to do this and this. But as of right now, we're dominating. We're making highlight plays. We're on the top 10 ESPN plays. And so we're doing big things until someone stops us, until someone threatens us and threatens our win streak at the moment. We're locked in. We're going to continue to do things. You guys, in since week 2, you scored 21 points against the Giants, 38 points against the Cincinnati Bengals, 42 points against the Arizona Cardinals, and then 34 points against the Cleveland Browns. This is legendary stuff, guys. Your worst game of scoring points is 20. That's your lowest game of scoring points, and that was week 1 against the Buccaneers. And so good luck with that. And then I would say out of the last 3 of the last 4 games, defense only allowing 18 points, 14 points, and 13 points. Defense did go against Joe Burrow, and they gave up 33, but we understand all that. Against this Baltimore Ravens team, lock them in, make Lamar claustrophobic, have that defense go after him, and then Jayden continue to be Jayden. Like, comment, and subscribe.